All right, friends, here we go. Of course, we got a new box here, and it's the next print review for 2025. I am truly excited about this. This is a company that we have not done a review on, and I've had, well, as I've shared with you guys many times in the past, we get a lot of requests from you guys on print companies that you want me to try out. This particular company right here, which is Big Acrylic, we have heard a number of you basically ranting and raving about these guys, and also a number of you asking us to do a review. So we're going to crack this thing open. In the process, I'm going to share with you a few things about this process in the event you have not seen one of these reviews before. So for the last 6 years, we have been reviewing metal prints, canvas prints, acrylic prints, all sorts of prints, and creating a review process unlike others on the online. And so that process, well, these guys really, we investigate literally A to Z, how the package or the print is packaged, because that is important. How many times did we talk about, especially during the, more so during the holiday process, or the holiday seasons rather, the DHL, UPS, FedEx, a lot of these companies have their seasonal drivers, and these people tend to be a little bit more liberal in their tossing the packages and so forth. And so the package becomes representation of you when somebody is opening it up in the event that you are drop shipping this to a client, or better yet, your own print that's going in your home. The better the packaging, the safer the print's going to be. Not to be Captain Obvious, but pointing out why I do what we do here. And so we have, oh, that's pretty interesting. Geez, they really, okay, so this is some serious cardboard there. That is about 5/8 thick of cardboard on the top of this here. The sides are, this is seriously a pretty impressive box. Just the regular, the single ply of this cardboard here, I'm not sure whether this is intended to open up this way, or, you know what, it might have been almost that you know, I think I opened this wrong, but either way, it opened out nice. We see that there's 2 layers of cardboard on the top. I think it was meant to be slit this and kind of open like that, which either way, you can see that thing is seriously protected. We have a fragile sticker on the front of this here. That is a serious box. Okay, now we have on the outside of this here, we have bubble wrap, which I will put on the screen. My son calling it bubble pops, from one of my favorite videos of his when he came to my office, my studio, years back while I was shooting a video. Okay, so we have a little baggie with floating frame hanging system, so some instructions and some mounting swag there. All right, let's see. So let's figure out the easiest way to cut this bugger open. I'm just going to tear this open here. Okay. It smells like a pumpkin. Okay, so we're gonna cheat and just cut this open right here. And this is the first seeing this here. So what they have going around the print here, I'm gonna try to do this carefully here because I see that some of the styrofoam is broken here. But this is, they have styrofoam bits going around protecting all the sides of the print itself. That's a first. You know, it's funny. I've been doing these reviews for so long. Usually I see most of this I've seen before. That I've not seen that before. That's pretty cool. So you have the styrofoam that's going around all the important edges, and then you have the bubble wrap going around the outer side. Now it is the small bubble wrap, but in that heavy duty box, you're not going to need anything more, especially for a print of this size. Okay. Now we have typical foam kind of wrap that's going around this here for added protection. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so we've done a review on a similar print of my son. This is at 2 months ago at a bowling place. And so this looks, now of course, what I am doing here, oh, I thought I cut myself. I gotta pay attention when I'm closing that. Okay, so I am with the light here and the light here. I am looking at, boy, that looks nice. So we have little styrofoam bits from that styrofoam that we saw there that was, and some pieces there. Boy, the colors on, you know what I'm noticing right away here is this red bit up here. That red is so deep. In my deep, I'm referring to, it just has so much depth, and I know I just said that, but it feels like you could fall right in. I've spoken about like blacks before on a black print where the black just looks like you could just stick your hand in it. This red looks the same way right here. That is, the colors are absolutely beautiful. So I am looking up into the light here to see if I can see any sort of anomalies. The colors look fantastic. And as I say many times over and over again, if a printer company has some wonkiness or the print heads are not calibrated correctly when they're doing this, you can usually see some artifacts or some noise or something worth talking about in front of camera. And that's, friends, what I am looking for here. The print, the colors look absolutely phenomenal with this. I can see why so many of you have recommended for us to do a review with these guys here. This really looks incredible. Now, what I like to do on metal and acrylic prints is run my finger around and to see if there's any sort of wonkiness. We had a little bit of glue up on the top. They're not a big deal. It just came off pretty easily. And what I'm mainly looking for here is to see if did they take the time to, you know, kind of sand down, polish the edge, or is it like a sawtooth blade, which of course we've seen this many times over in the past. This is quite the beautiful print. Okay, now let's take a look at the back. One thing I noticed when I took this out, it has this wood frame on here, which is painted black. It almost looks like an oak. The grain almost looked like an oak on this. This looks really incredible. The edges or the corners look really well, especially the bottom ones. The top half, just a very slight, it's like a little hair crack up on the top, but definitely nothing worth to fuss about here. The black looks absolutely beautiful, or the back looks absolutely beautiful. The only thing I would like to see, which when I see prints like this, and we've spoken about this many times, it's just a little, you know, a couple rubber nubs. I mean, it's not really needed, but it's like, again, as I say over and over again, it's like the chocolate at a nice turn down service in a hotel. That's going to keep the print off the wall a little bit, but this is absolutely beautiful. Now, so let's see, how are they? Oh, I see. Okay. So the screws are just going to sit in. I was curious how this is meant to be mounted, but the screw heads are going to be right behind that lip that's right there. Okay, pretty straightforward. This is a beautiful print. Let's take a look at the scorecard for Big Acrylic. Okay, friends, and just like that, print review number 2 for 2025 is done and put behind us. Big Acrylic, those of you that recommended this company, good on you. This was a absolutely stunning print. I am definitely looking forward to reviewing more prints from these folks in the future. The color, you know, I'm glad I sent this print to them here. You know, again, seeing that red up here just, I mean, it looks, I know on camera you can't really appreciate it as much as I can in person, but that red and the colors on this really jump out fantastic. These guys did a really good print. Okay, now what I'm going to do, if you want to learn more about this company, I'm going to put a link down below over to their website. I would definitely encourage, based upon what I've seen here, go check them out. Take a look, test them out with a print of your own. Now, with that said, look, if you have any other companies that you would like us to review or you had questions on, would like to get some answers, whether we recommend them, leave a comment down below and we'll get to, or try to get to all the questions that we can. But friends, that is all I have, so I will see you in the next video.